Hi, I'm here today with Darrel Abbey with your inspector guy. He's a state licensed inspector extraordinaire.
Well, thanks for having me, Jackie. I really appreciate you having me here, and I'm excited to talk about what we got today.
One of the first things that a buyer does when purchasing a home after they go under contract is they hire a home inspector. What do you think is the best way for them to choose that home inspector?
An inspector is a service, not a product. And the importance of that is crucial. Not every inspector has the same knowledge, the same skill set, the same equipment, the same process, and the same report. So it's incredibly important for you to do your research ahead of time before choosing an inspector. And we recommend the internet for this. The internet is an incredible tool with lots of useful information. Go online, see what the public is saying about the inspector that you're looking to hire, see what their process is. Take a look at their sample report on their website, see what their qualifications are, see what their experience is, and get all of those answers before you even make that first phone call to reach out to the inspector.
So once the buyer has decided which inspector to use, tell us a little bit about the process once that takes place. And also, how long does it take?
So once you've decided on the inspector that you're going to hire, you contact that inspector and you pick a date and time for the inspection. On your inspection day, you can either choose to be in attendance or not to be in attendance, and there are benefits and drawbacks to both sides of that. If you are in attendance, the inspector can slow down and walk you through the property and show you the things that they're finding, which can be important and can be useful to you. But at the same time, you need to understand that every time the inspector takes his eyes off of the property and the things that he or she is focusing on, it can cause distraction. So weigh the good with the bad and decide how you want to approach that. One thing to consider is maybe coming at the end of the inspection so that the inspector can conduct a thorough inspection for you and your family, and then maybe get a summary at the end. Now, the most important question that you need to ask after the inspection is completed is, when do I get my report? Nowadays in the real estate market, most people are seeing much shorter inspection periods. So it is essential to not just get your inspection performed during your inspection period, but to get your report back. And every inspection company has different processes by which they deliver their reports. Our company, Your Inspector Guy, guarantees same-day inspection reports or you don't pay for it. So that's a question that you need to ask when you're calling to hire a home inspector.
So what is the expectation of what an inspector looks at inside and outside the home?
This can be a very physically demanding job at times. There are two-story roofs, there are tight attic spaces, there are crawl spaces on some homes, and not every inspector has the physical ability to get into tight attic spaces and to get onto some of the two-story roofs. So you need to address that when you're talking with the inspectors that you're considering hiring. I know at our company personally, we make sure that we crawl to every single corner of the attic that we can physically fit into with a thermal imaging camera to look for signs of roof leaks. We get on every single roof, no matter the height, no matter the weather conditions, to make sure that we're doing a thorough job for our clients. So you want to make sure you ask those questions when you're going through the process of interviewing your home inspector.
And how long does an inspection like that typically take?
That's a great question as well. So there's a lot of factors that can go into how long the inspection takes. Condition of the home is probably one of the biggest factors. If a home is immaculately kept, newer home that has minimal deficiencies, the inspection can go pretty quick. Now, if we're looking at a 1920s Spanish-style home in West Palm Beach where it's dilapidated or maybe a little maintenance neglected, that inspection will take much longer. And the third factor that you really want to consider is the size of the home. You know, when we do 10,000 plus square foot homes, those homes take a lot longer. Our company personally, Your Inspector Guy, tries to keep the inspections to between a 2 and 3 hour period. And we do that by bringing a variable number of inspectors to the inspection to make sure that we can complete them in a timely manner.
And what about mold and termites? Do you check for those as well?
Here in South Florida, both mold and termites are a very big concern and something that you should absolutely address as part of your pre-purchase inspection. Every company has varying policies on this and varying level of ability to perform these inspections. So I can't speak for all companies, but at Your Inspector Guy, we are able to offer a completely complimentary termite, WDO, pest, and rodent inspection from a company called Price Termite and Pest Control. We offer this complimentary to you, the buyer, on every single family home inspection. Check with whatever inspector that you're interviewing to see what their process is for getting your termite, pest, and rodent inspection. Mold is also a very big concern here in South Florida because we have a very humid environment here. In the state of Florida, in order to confirm or deny the presence of mold in a home, you have to be a licensed mold assessor, and most home inspectors are not. At Your Inspector Guy, we use a variety of tools and techniques, be it infrared thermal imaging, moisture detection, and sense observation, to determine the presence of possible organic growth. And if we suspect an area of organic growth, we will point it out and recommend further evaluation by a licensed mold assessor at that time.
Darrel, thank you so much for your time today, coming and sharing with us about the inspection process. I really appreciate it. For more interviews and tips with Florida living at its finest, please like and share the link, and I look forward to seeing you again real soon.
Everything looks good up here, Darrel.
Try that again with the thermal imaging camera and then I'll take your word for it.